Hi, I'm Sherry, the co-founder of Numbers Protocol. Numbers Protocol is a startup based in Taiwan with the vision of creating a decentralized photo network for Web 3.0. What we are doing is quite exciting, and we have an amazing team of people behind this project. Numbers Protocol was created in 2019 as a response to the growing distrust in news media and misinformation on the web. Realizing that the heart of the misinformation dilemma was the authenticity of data itself, we created an image traceable framework, our namesake Numbers Protocol, using blockchain and decentralized technology to capture, seal, and trace data at the origin. The future we delve into the authenticity of data, the more we realized how big a part digital media plays in our lives and how many issues there are surrounding digital media. Digital media violation, accessibility, and misinformation are all extremely prevalent issues that affect the livelihood of creators and everyday people. This is why we decided to leverage our technology to create a decentralized photo network for Web 3.0. Our vision with this decentralized photo network is to create an accessible, community-driven, secure, and trustworthy photo network. Numbers does this by addressing the core problems of digital media: ownership, copyright, provenance, accessibility, and ecosystems. Since Numbers Protocol was launched, we have achieved many great milestones. Earlier this year, our capture technology was heavily featured in a news media use case called 78 Days. A photojournalist recorded the details of America's 78 days presidential transition from Donald Trump to Joe Biden. This project was created in collaboration with Stanford, Shaw Foundation, Adobe, and Reuters, and demonstrate our technology's ability to combat misinformation. In February of 2021, we released Capture app globally on both Android and iOS. Capture app is the world's first blockchain camera app built for Web 3.0 and first digital media wallet. With Capture app, users have access to our capture technology and are able to establish ownership and contents at the moment of creation. The information is sealed on the blockchain to ensure immutability and traceability. Since release, Capture app has been downloaded over 10,000 times in over 90 plus countries. Additionally, our Seal API, which we made available to developers this year, has also achieved 1 million API access in August. Numbers Protocol is a key technology partner of Starling Project, a general member of C2PA, Coalition for Content Provenance and Authenticity. As the fundamental service provider in Web 3.0, we care about security and user privacy. Numbers Protocol is an operator of My Data Global and is ISO 27001 certified. ISO 27001 is a common certificate for financial services. The same standard is applied to users' assets in our network. The solution that Numbers Protocol provides covers all digital media, including photos and videos. Since everyone creates and consumes digital media, there are many opportunities in any market. Creators in Southeast Asia market can utilize Capture app to secure their photos and establish themselves as the creator of their assets. News media outlets can utilize Numbers Protocol to ensure the media they use to report on is accurate. General users can utilize Numbers Protocol trace technology to make sure the media they are viewing has the correct context. For example, we collaborate with a Singapore company, the Screen School, an art curator platform to create an NFT marketplace for connecting buyers and sellers in Southeast Asia market and other parts of the world. Backed by ownership via blockchain technology and perception that non-fungible means unique. NFTs appear to the public as a way for digital content to reclaim its value. As it turns out, this sentiment is overly simplistic and untrue. Many NFT platforms, such as OpenSea, have an open minting policy, meaning anyone can download an image, mint it as an NFT, and sell it as their own. Because policies around minting are the same permissionless policies of ordinary digital content, the same excessive copying exists. The value of NFTs comes from their apparent scarcity, uniqueness, and legitimacy. However, if the issues from anyone can mint NFT persist, NFT will eventually become the next valueless asset. NFTs are popular because of the amount of money that is flowing into that area. As time goes on, the popularity of NFTs will eventually drop, especially when the glaring issues become more public. Open minting policies and right-click and safe behavior will make the unique, valuable digital assets narrative go away. The next step for the space is addressing the underlying issues, which are digital asset security and digital asset infringement in the web. Here at Numbers Protocol, we are not trying to capitalize on short-term gains by jumping on the NFT bandwagon, but trying to address the digital media dilemma that has plagued us since the internet became mainstream with innovative solutions. In terms of the direction of the NFT concept, there is the notion of the expanded metaverse. As things become more digital, NFTs represent digital entities that populate this new space. People may invest in the future MetaMask by acquiring NFTs. The creativity of individuals makes it so almost anything can be an NFT. A lot can be done in this area as long as the authenticity can be addressed. In the era of disinformation, Numbers want to make differences. Our vision is to build an authentic media network where everyone can verify the authenticity of content easily. By establishing the capture protocol, photos and videos can speak for themselves and become their own proof. Once the trust of content are restored, the values can be retrieved to rebuild healthy environments of media and marketplace of digital content. The interesting thing about users of the internet is that they can be very creative in bypassing systems. As much as we would like to create a foolproof system, there is always room for improvement. We view slight tweaks to images as unique as in our network. All assets are identified by the asset content via Content Identifier, CID. So in that way, modifications to existing images are not technically in violation, but more creative license. Despite this, Numbers Protocol does a few things to make slight modifications more difficult to achieve. Firstly, assets cannot simply be downloaded and re-imported into the network because in order for the asset to be accepted, it needs to have C2PA injection and be digitally signed. For example, created via Numbers native application or capture app. We have this strict policy because tracking the asset through its entire life cycle is extremely important in the traceability and verifiability of an asset. Content provenance is what Numbers Protocol leans on to ensure assets have good integrity. So if any tweaks or manipulation do happen, it is recorded and able to be looked up. Yes, in 2020, we focused very much on applying the technology to the news media industry. In the 78 Days project hosted by Starling Lab, we provided a special version of Capture app to photojournalists that can connect with Canon camera and take photos with integrity records. We also helped archive other photos which are not taken from this special capture app directly to Filecoin and seal the integrity data to blockchain. The follow we built for 78 days is going to be adopted by other news media and more announcements will coming soon. Besides news media, the capture, seal, and trace tools are also super useful for NFTs. Capture apps seal burst information of photos to blockchain and make photos verifiable. This allows marketplace to accept user-generated photos with much lower risks of violating copyright. More news about product update and adoption of Numbers protocol will be released in Q4 2021.